Hello and welcome to another coaching video, this one with an Emerald Fiddlesticks versus an EmeraldShaco. Flash with AI in the name, makes sense. This is directly a replay from the private Virkayu.gg Discord from the coaching class. I thought, hey, let's analyze this a little bit further than the scenario he wanted to discuss. And the reason is because we needed an Emerald replay, and two, Fiddlesticks just had a video made on the gameplay channel about why he's so strong in Korean high elo. So, Yasuo's playing bot lane. The thing about Yasuo bot lane is we're seeing it a little bit more, or at least personally in my own anecdotal experience through coaching in my games, which is of course a decent sample size for, you know, a singular person, but still not representative of anything. You're seeing the guy a bit more in the bot lane, okay? Because he has that all-in engage, and, you know, Swain's pretty strong as well. Not necessarily with Swain, but he can pull things off, that champion. Now, the Shaco here is going to try and do a full clear red side quadrant up. More so, it's just like you're going to understand your ranged bottom lane is going to shove in the Yasuo bottom lane initially. They have that ranged advantage most of the time. Thereafter, though, once we hit level 2-3, you've got all-in potential from the Yasuo with the E and the Q, and a missed position can always go the other direction. So here we go, you see what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful claw from the Swain, actually. Double hook, nice stun, and the Yasuo decides not to overcommit, because here we have a Nautilus. If you've got squish your teammates, a lesser wave, maybe we could, again from the Swain, beautiful. So we're looking at this while we're clearing. This is the Shaco doing one of those nice 302 full clears that you can do, except he hasn't even done the blue. So, check out Vega V2's Twitter for that. He actually posted something on a 302 Shaco full clear. You gotta make sure you nail the backstabs though. In this case, obviously not hitting it, but it's Emerald, so hope to him. Meantime, while we're talking about that, why are we talking about these things? Because we're Fiddle. We're full clearing, and it's 3:16 by the time we finish that Gromp. It's way too slow. We gotta speed this up by another 17 to 20 seconds. Yes, 17 to 20 seconds. You need to get out. And here, you see the Yasuo's committing now all in. That's why I laid that foundation. We overcommit, we overstretch with our E. We don't trust the angle, right? Could we have gone somewhere else? Oh, you know. If you want help implementing this information into your own game, I have a free jungle improvement resource and a dedicated program where we have jungle video courses, jungle coaching VOD libraries, weekly coaching classes, Q&As, patch note rundowns, private high elo streams, as well as a private jungle Discord. And I know how to make junglers convert from low elo to gold to emerald to diamond to master plus. If you want to climb faster than anybody you know, jungle diff every game you play, head to Virkayu.gg. Come on, Kaiser, there we go, we get the kill. So it's good, right? It's still good. The idea is good, and obviously that's the kind of thing you want, but don't always hedge. Like, if it's not warded here because you know, right? You know that they haven't left their lane because you're paying attention to this shit while you clear. Don't try and reach in too far when you don't need to, right? So this is the difficulty here. Do I go where the Fiddlesticks is and run at them, miss my E, potentially get nothing because they see me? Or do I go around the back here and get a better angle of approach such that you can attack them from here all the way as you go back to the turret? You got to be able to flex that decision in real time. It's tough. You'll get better at it. But what I'm seeing a lot of from this play, in particular from the coaching class, and a lot of people in this elo, is they tend to run at stuff like this from the front when they don't necessarily need to. Now, he's got flash. We have a Nautilus. We have Sucky. We have a Silence. We have Kaiser. So here it's okay, but still was a bit on the edge, right? And in the meantime, the Shaco was like, yo, full clear. What's up, Darius? And he shows up and he says, you're not Darius. Are you Marius? Because Darius is usually a bit stronger than that. Yeah, dead guy. I don't know why. You know, this is the thing, right? Guys, jungle is OP. Jungle is so strong. Look at jungle ganking. You know? You know, it's a Shaco, right? You've warded, but what good does it do against a Shaco? The guy's going to Q in anyway, yet he still gets detected, yet we are still CSing. So what's the point of having the ward and seeing the jungler if you stay? Back up. You have to. You can choose to fight and die, or you can just live. The Shaco can't sit here for 10 years, and if he does, he gets compromised. So in this particular case, the fact that he walks back in, this is what kills him. And also he has his flash, so he's got to flash before Garen flashes. He's got to respect his gank. Bottom lane, same thing. You know it's a Fiddlestick, you know it's for clearing down, you know it's quicker than most. You go all in for a trade when a jungler's pathing in that direction. Like yesterday, I had a bottom lane, right, straight up push and trade when the Jarvan starting tops are going down. What do you think happened? Jarvan ganked him. And while us as enemy junglers have to consolidate these realities, because it always happens, what can we do about it? The issue is, they shouldn't be dying to it in the first place, and I say it from the laner perspective because I play lane too, equally. So, and I've climbed with lane too, right? Every position but ADC because I don't hate myself that much. And it's just perplexing to me that if I can play lane and track, right? Learn to play lane after I learned how to track, obviously, and vice versa for laners who go jungle and learn how to jungle track thereafter. Anyone can do it, right? So, as laners, please start to track, respect the ganks, and as junglers, don't whiff on your ganks. Because for every lane that you can get a freebie gank that you mess up through bad pathing, bad spell usage, yada yada, another jungler is getting freebies because your laner just doesn't represent, I keep wanting to say represent, but respect it enough, okay? I guess that's the mind game of it all. And in conclusion, junglers and laners work together. Understand that as a top lane, if you got ganked there by the Shaco, if you live, that's amazing because their bottom lane died to the Fiddle. Your team is ahead. Now the Fiddle can come out of base and gank you right here and help you, right? But because you died, even though we get a kill back here, because we died, okay, it changes the dynamic of the lane, and maybe it's not necessarily something that we can do as a jungler, and it's better for us to kind of just carry on sequencing and snowballing the bottom lane. Whereas if you get the kill, or you don't get killed, and now you're in this position, hey, we can cut up and help you. So I think for junglers, the idea is behind Fiddlesticks in particular, okay, is keep your eyes open for this kind of stuff. Because one, I really liked, okay, and I switched camera angles, I really liked that we stole these raptors here. I like that we cut this, we see the wards here. Maybe we waste too much time. You know, Zed's got Pride here, Zed's still very strong. Shaco's not going to have these camps up. Guy's got us rated Dirk, obviously. He has his assist. He's on the top side now, most likely. We have an effigy deep in the enemy jungle. You know, we're going to get an early level 6 here in comparison. The only thing I would say is, instead of your 6, like, rushing that, look for these situations, but at the same time, you fiddle, you know? Do we have Hex Flash in our kit for this particular game? We do. Alright, so I don't always check runes on this channel because a lot of the times the runes are not good. And you guys can simply go to the, we need one little minion, man. We need one little minion. Nice. Although, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, brutally honest with you in a second. We have silence. There we go. We'll force a flash out, that's okay. So here, with Hex Flash, don't be afraid to literally flash the wall. Don't be afraid to literally just flash the wall and kill them. Like, you have Hex Flash, so it gives a shit about your actual flash. Like, you can just use it, you're fine. Same thing, if it's warded here and warded here, and you need to gank this, walk here, flash the wall, okay, Hex Flash this, take these, and then go bottom lane. And yeah, that's a time invest, but I'd rather you invest 20 seconds for a guaranteed good W gank than compromise yourself running at people. And I had a coaching session last night, same thing, I was just running at people with that. It's like, well, use your scaling, use your timers to actually get into a better position. Now, here's where I have an issue. We are going for this Dragon with no mana. Obviously, mana costs are not as much of an issue here, right? We still get the Sucky, we get the regeneration, there we go. But the problem is, they're coming down. I have no issue with this on the whole, but what if it's warded in the back of the pit, randomly, it isn't here, but what if it is, and Shaco and Azir show up by yourself? When I do these plays and I'm playing Mundo, something like this, I'll say out loud, almost, if I'm streaming, I'll say out loud, hey, I'm taking a bit of a risk here, I think I can coin flip this. Because I don't think the Shaco is thinking about taking this, and I'm watching the Azir and he doesn't look like he's moving down. In which case, I will try and snack this away and get it. Fine move. Good move, because we have nothing else to do here, and we want the level 6. The reason why I suggested flashing here, and the most important reason why I suggested flashing here, and I think it's a big problem for him doing this dragon without doing this, is snack a minion. You can't smite them next patch, but just take a minion anyway. Take the minion, get 6, alright, and if something happens with this dragon, we at least have that ultimate. But yeah, this is a good snack. Shaco has had very little impact afterwards. I would, at this point, expect him to be bottom side just because he didn't show up over this effigy until way later, which means he had done these camps, so we can ping this out and say, careful. But I would really look for, I did this the other day, so I can categorically tell you, I did this. I did the same kind of situation. Same exact situation, literally. Full clear down, ganked bottom lane, stole some raptors, reset, did a full clear down, ganked the bottom lane again, took a dragon. I hit 6 before the dragon, took the dragon. I knew the enemy jungle was coming down because the red buff was spawning. I knew they wanted to take it. So I sat in this brush, and my bottom lane here unlike the bottom lane in this game, wanted to actually reset. So the Kai'Sa walks deliberately into the bush I'm sitting, right, to showcase that's what she's doing. And then Kha'Zix is like, I got myself a free ADC. Jumps in, dead. Just dead, gone, eliminated. Because I knew he was coming, so I just kind of set the trap and waited for him. In those cases, it's good, but you have to understand the maneuverability of the enemy jungler and how much it's worth for you to wait, you see. Kai'Sa loses her ult here. Like, you mentioned Fiddle here. Could we impact this 100%? I think if you know the Fiddlesticks, as a Fiddlesticks, you've got ult and you know that the enemy jungler is coming down, set yourself a little bit of a trap here, okay? You've got the effigy now for your scanner as well. Kill the enemy team as they go through this, and you've won your bottom lane. So it's worth 20 seconds to do. For me, it's worth 20 seconds. Is he coming? He should be, because there's someone on the effigy. I know he's arriving. I know the enemy bottom lane's coming back, and I know my bottom lane coming back. And those ganks are the powerful ones. Where you have ganked your bottom lane, taken an objective, the enemy jungler's pathing this side, so he's not going for Herald. You know he's going to try and offset your gank. Don't let him. Kill the bottom lane again. Now your bottom lane's Astro ahead, and now you can match the enemy jungler to the top side, but you have a huge lead. And that's the kind of stuff we try to look for. So Zed obviously has a kill of his own. Darius is 1-2-0 at this particular point, and shoving in. We know we're on the top side. We know we still shake on the bottom side, so we know he's coming to the top side. Most likely, if he doesn't, he doesn't. It's that. Here, I think if we're going for this hero play, oof, too soon. Too soon. Shaco should be topside. Ha! Doesn't take a genius. Guy prowls down, gank bot lane. Where's he going next? Going topside. We all know that. So you're playing into his hands here because the wave is coming, but it's still at the end of the day a Garen with flash. Right? Your Darius doesn't have flash for another 11 seconds, which you can ping to yourself. Not to him, but to yourself. Shaco will see this and be able to collapse in on you. And this is where either good things or bad things could happen. Now, we're going to ult over the wall here and kill the Garen. This I have no issue with. Woof! This I have no issue with. We get the kill, but the enemy jungler is here. Now, I have no issue with this play if the enemy jungler isn't there and you know you can beat them. My concern, though, is that it's a Shaco. It's that it's a Briar. Is that it's a Bel'Veth. Is that, hey, I would be Zyra in this case. If you're doing this to me as Zyra, you'll get this kill, but from here, I'm flash E-ing WW for 60% slow R knockup, so you are stuck. You are both dead, double kill. Sure, you got some gold here, but you died, right? I got fed from that. Karthus will kill you here as well. So I think this play is great, but let's see what happens. Oh, we saw the clone. There we go. You die. Force a Darius flash. Double kill. Good. I thought I was going to be undermined there. I thought the Shaco was going to be farming his Grump, like we see so often in this MMR range. And then the Darius is spam pinging the, well, not anymore, the Shaco. But see, this is not good. Now the Shaco has 4,300 gold. We have 3,900. Do you think, based upon how we've been speaking, that this Fiddlesticks deserves to have less gold than the Shaco? No, he just got 2 cleanup kills, but we gave him the cleanup kills. You see? So for me, what we did was decide actively not to help shadow the bot lane for this potential gank, which is okay, right? You've got business to do. You want the Herald. But we know that Shaco's pathing down bot side, and we know that we currently have a pre-6 environment for the Yasuo and the Nautilus, and we have the Kai'Sa hitting 6 here, so maybe we can do something cool, right? Like, that's the idea. If you decide to help there, you win bottom lane straight up, and top lane is much easier. However, regardless, the Shaco's down here, right? You know the Shaco's down here. You know the Shaco's going to come up to the top side. You snuck away the Herald. Great, good job. But we're trying to get some cash money gold that we don't need, right? We're forcing the great dive. Great dive. I love the dive. But it's great if the Shaco's on the other side. If the Shaco's on the other side of the map, you're tracking him down, he's here mid lane, you've seen him, then it's a great dive. It's not a great dive if the enemy's in the same situation. The same place, same proximity. Because, again, from my own experience this week, playing some support, and an enemy Graves, like, he felt like an enemy Graves, but he was my Graves on my team. There's a 5 camper, top laner pings for a dive, he listens and goes, but the enemy Briar started bottom side and was pathing upside. He literally hippity hops this wall, goes for this dive. There was no wave. So he tanks a turret shot, and Briar's like, okay, and she kills him. That's it. And then she goes and kills the top laner. And it was just like, why are you going for a dive 5 camper with no wave, with low HP, when the enemy jungler, the OP jungler, is literally right there? Here we go. See, this is the kind of stuff we want as a Fiddlesticks. Nice little sucky, good flee, flash burn, but hey, you cannot escape the Scarecrow. Really good stuff. And again, the Shaco goes topside, repeat ganks that. He's level 9 now. We are level 8. And you're seeing the compounding of the... You're seeing the compounding of the error dying topside. Because it slowed down a second full clear down here, it slowed down a second ult. We're going counter jungling randomly. Okay. But it's pretty simple. So the Shaco at this particular point here, right, shows up, has 67 CS. He goes down from our perspective, okay? Let's just make sure we are following this. This will be a 71, or 72 because he got an extra one there, sorry. This will be a 76. Okay, cool. All right. Goes down here. We don't see any of this. We have no idea that this is happening. But what we do know is that the guy left top lane went down. We know, 68 CS, we know that. So, here he goes. Full clear. Okay. And goes back to base. All right. So now you, while you're pathing downward here, know two things. The Shaco went from the top lane gank down to his blue side quadrant. Did the Shaco do his blue side quadrant, go back to base? Did the Shaco do full clear and go back to base? Did the Shaco do full clear and end up here? Is the Shaco running around in my jungle? There's possibilities, right? We don't know. But the next time you see him, okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Boom, gets that kill here. We are currently finished with our kills here. All you gotta do is press tab. And you would see he's got 84 CS. That's 16 more than the last time I saw him. Full clear. 4, 8, 12, 60. That's it. You know the guy, showed him here with itemization he didn't have the last time you saw him, with 60 more CS than the last time you saw him, which means he did a full clear, which means nothing's available, which means because he pathed down, he took all, which means you don't have to waste your time. Heal conversion ratio here. We've got a few more minutes of plates. We should have the Herald. See, we should still have the Herald here. Now we push the bottom lane. Honestly, just push the bottom lane. Help the Kai'Sa. Push, 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 push. Get some plates for her. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Boom. Ha. Nice. 2 plates. Everyone leaves. They're coming back. Everyone's richer. Well, Kai'Sa's a little poorer, but you are richer. And I think this situation would be better. Now, of course, the guy shows down here as well. 84 at this particular, 88. He went to 88. So now we're going to go into the Azir here. Zed does gamings. We get the kill. Shaco's really fed, shows up. And that's the problem. You see? While the Shaco just cleans up the gank, the thing about a Shaco and things like that are that you ganked and gave him the opportunity for cleanup. You ganked right under his nose and gave him the opportunity for cleanup. And when you do that, that's when you compromise yourself, right? Both his deaths, the Fiddlesticks' deaths, are at the hands of the enemy jungler. They are undeserved, but at the same time deserved. Because we made a proactive gank here, like, yeah, we're ganking, but we did it right next to the Shaco. What's a Shaco gonna do? Ignore you? Of course he's gonna of course he's gonna clean it up. And that's why he's fed here. And then you repeat gank top lane, we wasted time in the right side jungle instead of just resetting. So if we push this 2 plays, everyone resets, cut in, now we can sync it with bottom lane again and maybe get this dragon as well. We don't waste time doing this. We don't go ahead and do this without gold resetting. We're not next to the Shaco at all. We're away from him. We're just getting fed, getting fed, we're getting fed. That's basically the crux of this game, is that the Fiddlesticks play too much into the enemy jungler's hands because he stopped tracking him. He stopped asking, where is he? And of course it's a Shaco, it's tough. But that's why when you look here and you see him go down, and the next time you see him here again with new itemization and plus 16 CS, it's so easy to know that none of this is here, which means you can shove plates, reset, sequence down again. If dragon's up, cut in. If they gank mid lane, cut in. If nothing's available, do the same thing again, full clear down and gank bottom lane. Do what the Shaco did. Just repeat gank the bottom lane again, right? Don't try and do too much. Because the Fed Kai'Sa will carry the game. And as many times as I've been pinged for this build, which, look, as much as the ping change is absolutely stupid, and I hate it in every fiber of my being, there's a 0.1% of me that's like, at least I can't ping my Kai'Sa build now. Because I go jungle Kai'Sa, but I use the same build. Because this is amazing. You go Duskblade, you go Need Ashes too. Whew. The Qs are, they just love. Simply lovely, as Max Verstappen would say. And now I cannot get pinged for that, which is great. Or get pinged for being Zyra jungle. They just int it then. They just run it down. Their body language says more. Azir's shoving top lane here very, very low. Dad's like, yo, what's up? Fiddle rotating to that to try to get something instead of thinking about the Herald. The problem is, you know, the Garen's pushing this. Here's the Shaco. Now, the Garen can run us down. He's 2-4-1, but the guy is 6,000 gold. And again, we're in this meta of elitism, right? Have items and champions that synergize too well compared to the rest of us. And effectively, you know, even though they're down completely in gold, once they have those items, they can just run you over, you know? So Hopefully the itemization destruction will help with that, although I don't know why we're walking into this. We know the Garen's going to be right there as well, and he's going to silence us, flash us, and bonk us. Yeah, it's silly. We saw the Garen move down. We know the Shaco's really fed. He's going with Collector Essence Reaver. We know we're going to get popped. You know, Swain's killing our Kai'Sa, and this will be the game. This right here is the game. The game will be over from this. Like, yeah, of course, idiot's here, but, you know, why are we even engaging in this fight? Take the plants away, place an effigy, shadow, ping people to help you get your camps here. We saw the Garen go down. In most cases, if you see the Garen go down and you can do nothing, loop back, shove this, right? Shove. You know, help your guy here, take all of this, give all of this up. Play away from this. As a jungler, it doesn't really matter who you are, but if you see the scenario and you're like, whew, this is not so good, then loop back, give it all up, shove it, get a turret, help this, fall back to these things, live to fight another day. You know? It's not time to die as a jungler. And obviously, Darius is here, he's behind. The Fiddlesticks has played well. The Shaco has played well. But the Shaco is just delivered unto his own fantasy. I'm going to full clear, gank, and then capitalize on counter ganks, which the Fiddlesticks is giving me. Don't give people counter gank. And you don't give people counter ganks by not going for things when you know they're there. You have to anticipate and think about everything. It's tough. It's tough. I get you. It's tough, but it do be that way sometimes. That's going to ult the Azir. Azir says, no, I am Bjorksen. Well, I don't know why I said Bjorksen. It's just ridiculous. I'm Easy Hoon. There you go. Let's go all the way back to Season 5. If you guys remember that, then you are truly an OG. Hey, Swain, what's up? Swain. Strong champion. Strong in support. Very strong in support. Highly recommend as an off-meta. Not even off-meta, but like, you know, niche pick. In the meantime, Shaco is here boxing away. He's going to say, oof, I was busy here, but I'll carry on being busy now. And at this particular point, you're sagged into the map. I like this. I'm going to keep using that term. I used it in a coaching video the other day. Saggy map. We have saggy map syndrome. I have to put that in the jungle PDF, free, in the description, along with all the Virkayu stuff. But, well, not all of it's free, but that is free. There's 42 pages of free. So it's a lot of stuff. But I think I'm going to put that as a terminology. How to avoid saggy map syndrome. Sounds like an absolute disgusting virus. I mean, it is. Look at this. Does this look plain to you? This looks like people who shower once a week and never wash their hands when they come in from the outside and just like, you know, don't use deodorant and stuff. The people who make public transport intolerable in summer, those people. Saggy map syndrome. They have saggy map syndrome IRL. Anyway, someone mentioned something about that 2 days ago, and I was speaking to them, real life was speaking to them, and they were saying this. I was like, yeah, I'm not shaking your hand, man. I'm sick, I can't shake your hand, I'm sorry. I was literally sick, but still. Anyway. Right. Be clean, people, be clean. Be washed. Shaco decides to go all the way in here and kills the Darius anyway, and we are able to kill the Shaco, but it doesn't matter, he did his job, which is, of course, Arkham Asylum gameplay. We decide to just kind of tilt alt here, rock about, like, you're not killing the Swain, you're not killing the Swain, you're not killing the Swain. You ain't killing the Swain. Fidget Spinner shows up. Whee! Garen says, I am the one Garen in the world that knows how to boil water. 90 degrees Celsius. The joke for that is, you know when we had clubs, and you could tag your name next to the clubs? Someone who was in the Virkayu club in NA, which I had, and Virka, and they were in lobby, and the Garen was asking something about, like, do you know how to jungle or whatever, some remark about the jungler. And the jungler says, you play Garen, you don't even know how to boil water. So that became a huge meme, popped off everywhere. And now we reference it all the time in the Discord. Very funny. Anyway. Saggy map syndrome, how do we solve this, my friends? You control your camps, you control your camps, you control your camps, you ward up, you play together. But at the same time, sometimes games are lost. And I think it's very important to understand that you can do your best here to wave clear, to take your camps, but you're gonna have a really rough time when a Shaco's living, an assassin, and a Garen, you know, and a Swain, and so it's very, very difficult to have a cohesive fight that enables you to win this game. And you need everyone to be on the same page, and it's very, very tough. Now, I have made videos on this on the main channel. If you look up how to play from behind, steps to play from behind, how to come back, it's all there for you. In this particular game, I do think there's a realm of possibility, but for me, it's more it fell apart after that 15-minute fight. It fell apart when we gave Shaco free stuff. Like, you're trying to get your camps here, but it's all warded up. And the downside of the Fiddlesticks here is you lack the ability to scan effectively like everybody else, right? Like we can scan for 12 seconds, a whole region. You can't do that here, so you lose that vision control. And it's specifically a Fiddle thing. You need someone else to do it. And if they don't do it, good luck to you. Yeah. Looks like it's a bit of a GG situation here. Let's just have a look. They shove in for inhib. And also, you know, you can tell because everyone's playing a little bit tilted. You know, Fiddle's just going in 7-7-2 completely. And I think at this point, no one gets anything else. They get the Baron, they get second inhib, yeah. So, basically, you can come back from this by being hyper patient, giving the dragons, giving the barons, getting your camps, keeping your jungle control water. Don't go anywhere by yourself. Play as a team. As soon as someone overcommits you, you ult and you kill them. But it takes you 20 minutes. Takes you a lot of mental fortitude. And here everyone's just running in one at a time, splitting. So I'm not going to bother covering it. You see the Nexus event for why we lost. You see why the Shaco got fed and why it's on us. And you learned to shower more than once a week. So with that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. With a better, I am actually sick, hence the deeper growl.